So we're gonna start the show off with I think with the teabagging, right?
Yeah, teabagging, the British tea.
British tea.
British tea.
So
Earl Grey.
It's
Sean,
just garbage water, you know.
Is it really?
Sean,
Trash tea? And this supposed to have the best tea.
I wouldn't say garbage, but I'll say lawn trimmings water.
Sean brought it to
pretty
our attention that there's been some controversies over the year over teabagging,
And it is disgraceful!
which is the fun act of in victory, one puts their crotch down on the loser's face.
I will demonstrate.
Let's. That's exactly how it happens in most cases.
What, you thought he was gonna pull his pants down or something?
I was afraid he was gonna like stand on the and.
Oh,
Actually, it would have been really cool to do a POV and just like have the cameras facing down and like
Just right. Just,
have my nuts just drag across the lens.
yeah, he's wearing shorts. That wouldn't even.
Yeah.
It's too risky.
The boxes are pretty.
Oh, they're tight.
yeah, last
Performing-
I wore shorts in the last
when they-
episode, and I like saw my knees, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can't like oh." So, so the tournaments, players, teabagging, video games. That's the real controversy here.
Yeah,
correct?
which is pretty bananas because
We were kind of
like,
talking about it before the show,
Yeah.
and we were getting really into it. So let's try and get back really into it. What was the tournaments that this occurred at?
There was two separate controversies. There was the
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm trying this Raw Wife Heist Dog Ate My Homework. It's a blackberry ale. So I wanted to announce that because I've never had a blackberry ale before. So I wanted to make sure that Jordan's drinking the same one.
It's not good at first, but you know, like every beer, once you get halfway, you're just like, all right, it's doing
legit
something.
has like a red hue.
Yeah, it's like
it legit has a red hue to it.
it tastes like a cider, but it's like a malt.
This
pretty
is
much.
vampire. Okay,
It's like a malt.
How's it? First impressions? Any notes? Remind you of anything? Late summer.
What were these controversies? So
Extremely mad.
yeah,
One, I'll start with this. I'll actually work backwards. One, extremely surprised at the fact that two women got banned for speaking out against the fact that this is sexual assault.
and this was Valorant.
And this is
Valorant.
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 You fucking fancy fuck you. Which is just so frustrating because you hear women speak out against this, saying you shouldn't call this sexual assault because it downplays actual sexual assault. It's a video game. There's no reason why you should conflate the two.
First off, yes. Second off, women can also teabag people. Throwing your vag in someone's face could be demeaning.
Well, actually, I would like if you're like putting your like tits in someone's face. That's
But it's still a video game, so anyone they can like literally have penises and then teabag. Their character have penises, so it doesn't matter women or guy. It's universal and in the video game, which shouldn't really be that
this
offensive.
pisses me off because this is like video game culture, and it's like
Yeah, I mean, since the dawn of time, gamers have been teabagging each other.
as soon as your character can crouch, guess what?
And that's only just what it's called. Like you see it happening. You don't have to say this. Just assume you're being teabagged. He's like literally just it can be for what it is. He's just crouching over me and going up and down. You don't have to think it's teabag. Say it's teabagging.
Yeah, what we're saying is you don't have to be offended.
Yeah, you don't have to be offended.
No, but it's so funny because like, you know, with games like Siege. Like, I don't even actually teabag that much because, like, you're so much in focus. But when it comes to, like, the camaraderie thing, like, we fuck around with each other so much. Like, we'll shoot at each other. And, you know, it's not like we're actually shooting each other.
This
Like,
tastes
I don't
like
have
wine beer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's the
It tastes like-
percentage?
it's a little wine.
7%.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This tastes like a wine beer.
Once you get it halfway down,
It's a smooth sailing.
yeah. Ingredients.
Yeah, and just for the tournament host to double down after he found out that the players were on each other's team. To just
Did we get into that on the episode or
what happened?
no? What was the incident for the? Explain it for the people watching and listening.
Okay, so what happened for
Apex Legends.
Apex Legends was the orc leader who is hosting the event witnessed one player teabagging another player and immediately banned the team. The whole team got banned from the tournament. And he came out with like he was streaming at the time and basically said, hey, like teabagging is disrespectful. We don't want to see any of this kind of like gesture being done. Totally unprofessional of them, and just calling them out and telling them like how inappropriate it was, which off the bat, like I'm pretty sure had so many people just up in rage. And later,
especially that's a spur of the moment thing. That's
you do it during the game.
Even like there's cases of the Olympics where athletes have been for saying some. I mean, what the coach for USC one year, he got fired. Oh, I'll say it for this case. He got fired because he got drunk at a like it was like a homecoming. It wasn't even like a homecoming. It was a start of the year event. It was the start of the school year event.
Start of the season. Yeah. It was a special event
for like donors and like a lot of other high class stuff.
I had a little too much fun.
Yeah, so he's sitting there drunk and he says, "Fight the fuck on!" And it was part of his speech, and he was visibly drunk. So he had like 3 games and he was out.
But come on.
See, and so to go back on that though, because actually, like I could see why that would be like
different
obviously
kind of case, but again,
kind of.
There's a lot of cases of these spur of the moment types of things that are
not really that, but I think in that situation you'd want some decorum. I think one of the biggest problems with this specifically though is after the orc leader found out, he ended up doubling down, and like the statement that they came out with was just god awful. Like they were just saying like they kind of like ran it back because they're it's not like the terms of service, but kind of like the community guidelines for it are so vague. There's actually nothing in there that says you can't teabag. And so they kind of made fools of themselves like altogether, with this whole mess that they've made. And one of the reasons why they double down too is the orc leader said that we could have just handled this as adults. We could have done this in private. But instead, I think one of the players who was banned like went to Twitter for it. And it's one of the dumbest things because he went to Twitter for it because you banned them. You weren't willing to actually just talk about it and say like, hey, we were wrong. There's nothing in the guidelines that specifically says you can't do this.
They could have said, hey, no more teabagging. Gave them a warning at least.
And that's another one of the things. It was like outright ban. I was like, no warning, no yellow card saying, hey, like we can't be doing that. Straight ban. So obviously, we're fucking ridiculous. It's super ridiculous. And then for the not the Valorant, but for Valorant. So
the 2 chicks, yeah.
So this is actually related to another Valorant player who it was like the most recent text about a Valorant player saying that teabagging is basically sexual, should be seen as sexual assault.
Absolutely ridiculous. This is a video game. We made that point earlier.
Yeah, and this was one of the crazy things that the orc leader had said. He had said, oh my god, I can't even believe this. He said, professional players don't teabag. Professional athletes in sports don't teabag.
Of course. Well,
no fucking shit. Oh my god, I didn't know that. I totally forgot that we were playing video games. I had no idea.
There are critics that are kind of in between that are saying it's not as bad, but it is childish. That's better behavior from precaution.
Yes.
And there's cases where even just like some types of cheers that athletes will do spur of the moment.
They're like taking the fun out of video games. Like literally, why are they trying to make
Super Bowl? I think it was the Eagles. One of their players, while he like ran to the other side of the field, because he was out of bounds because of the play, he picks up the phone to call the up head coaches. Just like it's just a flex. Like, hey, how's it going? It's like, and they get called on the play back 10 yards.
But did he get banned?
No, but again, it was like
It was
just like a warning, and it was, you know,
it was
seen
on
as,
him.
Yeah, it was seen as a negative. It was seen as a...
Well, so the funny thing too is like reading that tweet, all I'm thinking is like, well, this is ridiculous. This is so dumb. Like, this shouldn't even have like anyone's attention. Like, that's how stupid it is to even be talking about this. But then you have two Valorant players speak out, and they respond to the tweet, and they show.
Now, is Valorant a game or is it a team?
Valorant's a game, so Valorant's a FPS.
Okay.
And it's pretty hot. But so these two league players, professional Valorant players on a team, speak out and talk about, you know, how ridiculous the tweet is. I think one of them says how you shouldn't conflate you know, teabagging in a video game to actual sexual assault, because it just undermines actual sexual assault. And one of the
they were almost speaking in defense of the video game teabagging.
Exactly. So they're I don't even know if it's so much defense, but they're definitely saying like not to conflate the two. Like you shouldn't.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. So, and it isn't, which I want to make that very clear.
I think a lot of anyone that would watch this video would agree that
it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, I guess this was like also a discussion in Discord. So one of the other Valorant players made it a point to actually talk to, I think, one of the other Valorant teams about it, and definitely was opinionated on it. And I guess they took more of a stance, and they like were, I guess, possibly more aggressive about taking that stance. So the one who was more aggressive about it got a 9-month ban, and the one who was just kind of speaking out against it got a 3-month ban. But what makes this so crazy is in the press report of them talking about the ban and why they got banned, they doxed them. They put two of these girls' names out, and yeah, like, tell me that's not crazy.
And you said there was also another instance of this happening to a UFC fighter.
Oh yeah, the UFC fighter was great. It was so great. You can tell like he was still like just
but again, spur of the moment type of thing.
Spur of the moment thing. You can tell it was so spur of the moment just because of the fact that like this teabag was comical to a fault. Like he like the guy is obviously down. You see like the ref like come into him, and he just goes and like his hands are in the air, and he just starts trying to teabag. He just looks like an idiot, like a funny monkey just trying to fucking like lay his balls down. And he's just, yeah, it was like the most ridiculous teabag I've ever seen. But you can see he was trying to go for it. He was definitely trying to embody the disrespect, embody his victory.
So yeah.
Oh, he told everyone it was coming. He was talked about it in his prep, and they met for the weigh-in.
He should have practiced more beforehand.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm like, I looked at it.
No, like my mind like kind of forgot for a second it was UFC. I was like, wait, there was a weigh-in for a video game tournament? No, totally still. Yeah, no, I remember it was.
Yeah, he should have practiced more.
About the Valorant was accurate.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I never discussed it before, but just for the record.
Oh yeah, no, it was crazy. Just like go doing deep dives on this, really trying to understand, because when I first saw this, I totally blew it off. I thought like what I'm reading is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know, teabagging is a part of video game culture.
Yeah.
Even if you don't teabag, like even if there isn't a way for you to teabag, like you'll dance on an enemy's grave. You will find some way, like you'll either shoot the body while it's still there.
Well,
like,
see, here's where we differ. I'm an animal, so I won't even care about the body. I'll move on to the next guy. And for the most part, I get pissed every time someone teabags me.
oh yeah.
I get pissed every time someone teabags me.
Honestly, it's really funny.
And it's always someone with like a low kill count.
Yeah. It's always the guy with
the lowest kill count.
It's like his first kill of the game. Fucking last round, everyone's fucking like 20-5, and he's just there.
Have their celebration.
But again, like I said, it's because role players, I'm just dropping bodies and moving on, man.
Yeah, it's true. And that's something that really sucks with at least the first case in general, just because this was like a teammate.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, dude, being able to jest with your friends, like, that's kind of like what brought the team together, is like we all found like
fun in video games.
Fun in this
literally
game.
just taking the fun out of everything.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I can't have fun with my friend. But that's also a party to. There's a name for those kinds of crimes.
So literally, like, they're just taking it way too seriously.
Yeah, and it really sucks that part of like this PC culture is like bleeding into, one of the most gnarly.
They already had Gamergate. Like,
well, yeah, but it's so funny because like gamers are like the most toxic cult. Like,
well, and that's just I don't think it's right for us all the time to be defending the toxicity, but there's the harsh reality of it's not going anywhere. This is competition. This is sports at the end of the day. This is bros being bros.
Sports players shit talk each other
exactly
all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like if you had if they had all the players mic'd up.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I saw this really funny video and it was little league baseball players, a bunch of like, fucking like 5-6-year-old boys like on the fucking on the baseball field.
Don't want to be there.
All of them had microphones. So everything that they're saying was basically like being recorded and it was the funniest shit ever. Oh my gosh. You want 5 minutes of pure comedy? Just listen to that.
Kids are funny.
Kids are ridiculous.
Kids are funny when no one's watching.
Oh yeah, and especially if like
or even when people are watching.
Yeah, especially if they think no one's like actually listening.
Yeah.
They're just fucking talking to the wind. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of the most ridiculous controversies that are going on right now. Still can't believe that this is even a topic.
Yeah, I mean it's video games, it's teabagging. The fact that it's
this
is fun. Why take the fun out of fun?
I've started teabagging more now since, and I'm not a big teabagger. I was like,
I'm not a big teabagger either.
I think I used to be, like probably when I was younger.
When Halo came out,
Modern Warfare.
Probably the only time I ever teabag.
It was big in Halo.
I don't even think I don't think I.
Yeah, it's hard because like even like when you're playing Siege, you kind of don't have time to like to soak that in. Maybe if it's like the final round, the final kill, and you're like, "Fuck yeah!"
That's why it's always that low kill person because they're not fucking around. They're having fun. That's
Yeah, but for the most part, we're in the game. Like you're in the zone.
Yeah,
and especially like it's in a video game, so like really, there's no like nothing's at risk. No one's gonna get hurt or anything. Like it's.
Yeah, it's kind of
like,
wild.
Like there's rules in real sports to keep people safe.
One
and
of the
like
other crazy takes though that was had for that, and I think this was also said either by the gaming company or the org leader. They mentioned that it might be unpleasant for the viewers. Like there might be viewers who are displeased or offended by watching that. Like, cause
they're gonna laugh.
Well, exactly. I'm like, well, who do you think your audience is?
Like,
and then
God forbid the 6-year-old's here. The 6-year-old's the one doing it.
And he's telling me he's gonna like bang my mom. Like,
right. He's telling me he already banged my mom.
These games have like ratings or player ratings. Like, so if like what they're like. If they're like able to watch this or like it's already has a rating, like if it's M-rated games and rated T games,
exactly.
Like what the hell? Like
you're literally killing people in this game, and you're getting mad that someone's sexually assaulting.
Well, the rating system's broken. I'm straight up.
Absolutely.
I was in a. This is already after like the game has been out for 5 years, so this was probably like 3 years ago, pre-pandemic. There's a kid. I'm in a fucking Target and some little kid with his mom. That's it. That's the game I want. Grand Theft Auto 5. And I'm like, oh my god, should I intervene? Should I do something?
Absolutely.
You know what? I'd be mad if
don't tell that parent how to raise their kid.
It's like I was
tell me how to raise my kid. Don't tell me how to raise my kid.
Raising that kid right.
That's all right, but there's like a. You should know there's a serial killer that does meth in the game. He's one of the good guys.
I was actually gonna try really hard right now to defend meth head serial killers. Pretty sure it can be done.
Meth heads, maybe serial killers.
But
maybe.
I'll do it by saying what the game's about. The game's about friendship.